Hello everyone, today is 17th of December 2015. I did some news on 15th of December, 2 days ago. I was hoping and planning to do it every day, but yesterday it was a bit difficult, so I'm still trying to do it every day. Now, news about the 17th of December. Let's see what's happening on 17th of December in Turkey. Again, of course, I like to go with Hürriyet because, as I said before, this is a newspaper that everybody is reading in this country. It doesn't matter if they are right, left, or whatever party or whoever they're supporting. Everybody reads this, so that's why I would like it to be. I would like to continue with this newspaper. First things first. Now, I selected some headlines. Let's look at them. On the Turkish border, 7 non-Turkish men were captured while trying to cross the border and join ISIS. The news is not telling us which country exactly these men are coming from or which countries. The thing about these, maybe they are trying to keep their identities away, so we don't know where exactly they are coming from. Maybe it's something about the country they are coming from, so that's why the news is not clear about where they're coming from. But it's apparently it's very easy to see when you look at this news that the ISIS is still gathering troops, like these people who were trying, these men who were trying to cross the border near Syria area and join the ISIS forces. Well, God knows how they're brainwashed and whatever the stupid thing they believed, that they wanted to do something so very stupid. Coming back to Turkey, yesterday in the Parlamento, there was the HDP. It is the Kurdish party. HDP, the Kurdish party. It's Mardin minister Mithat Sancar. He's brought to the Parlamento and asks the Prime Minister, says why there are books banned in Turkey. Like, how can you forbid books? How can you collect books and renounce them as dangerous? Or, I mean, you can stop the further pressing of this book, but how can you just collect them all and ban it? Books cannot be banned. This is not nice for a democratic free country. So as you can see, BBC Turkey has also got a history of the forbidden books in Turkey, because it was there before, like many years ago. Now, what are these books? See, obviously these books are Hasan Cemal's Delila, a young woman's guerrilla mountain days. So this is the Turkish PKK mountain guerrillas, but doesn't matter, it's a book. And Türkçe Tatariz, anneanne ben aslında Diyarbakır'da değilim. Another book, again a Kurdish propaganda. I'm not in Diyarbakır really. So we can understand that the books could be hazardous, and it could be like encouraging people to revolt against the republic, but whatever, you cannot ban books. You can publish books against those books that you need to have a theory and stop their theory. That's the main thing you could do about it. Now, in Turkey we are coming close to the day, actually we are inside the week. There is a week of celebration regarding the Mevlana, the whirling dervish, and the prophet he's called kind of, he's a semi-prophet, Mevlana. Very important in the Sufism terms of Islam, because he is this guy who lived, I think, about 1,000 years ago or 800 years ago. This guy is the softest face of the Islam. Like, he says, whoever you are, come to me, come to our culture, or come to our temple. It doesn't matter who you are, what you are, just come to us. So, and of course he's got a very famous book, and these whirling dervishes are very famous. But look what's happening in Konya, where there's a festival for a week. Obviously, in the recent years, they had their hotels were really booked and full, but now the capacity is turned down. It's all politics, and all of this fighting things is reduced the number of the people coming. But for Muslims to come to Konya and visit Mevlana's grave and join the celebrations is a kind of kind of like a very holy religious thing, like visiting a religious place. So mainly Iranians and Shias obviously coming to see him. What's happened? There is one or two hotels that have put their prices up. Some of them have rooms for 8,000 lira for a night. Unbelievably stupid. So instead of bringing the prices down, because the capacity of the tourists coming to the area is falling, the head of the tourism agencies is complained about how high these prices are. It shouldn't be like that while we have all these difficulties, and we should celebrate this peace, messenger of peace, in the right way. Looking at another news, it is saddening to see that one of the really giant industrial steel producer in Turkey, in the east of the Turkey, has stopped their production. When we look at the news, we don't really understand why they have stopped their production. The company managers, they really have a very high revenue, and they were awarded a few times because of the mass steel production they had, as you can see in the picture. But now the factory has almost ceased and stopped the production, and they say that they're being ruled by 30 years old regulations for the steel production, and they need to update these laws before they can reopen their factories. This is very important for Turkey, because if we lose our heavy industry like this, we are already turning down, because of a lot of political instabilities and the war with the neighbors, and the Syria is our neighbor, and all the problems that's created there. It's got a big effect. We need to cling on and hold on to the industry and economy and try to stay strong. Sadly, obviously, they had to send the workers back home, more than 1,500 workers, and together with the third party that used to work with the steel production, more people are jobless. This is in the east of the country. Maybe the Kurdish situation and the unrest in the area has also stopped them from the production. But here the manager obviously has not chosen to speak about the difficulties in the area. He rather talks about the 30 years old regulation that is not helping their payments, and their, kind of, when they pay taxes, there's a special tax for the such giant manufacturers and producers. So these taxes should be, they say, balanced again. Hopefully the factory will start the production. It shouldn't be stopping. In Turkey, there is something else happening. The government wants to help the people who get married, aid them with have a financial aid going their way. And everybody was happy when they found out that there was going to be such a financial aid, because the government wants to wants people to get married. The governments are stupid, so they want to support the idea of the marriage, and they think that this is the only way that there could be sound and safe individuals in their society. Well, I'm not going deep into that, but when the news was coming about this, a lot of people, especially the young people who were going to be who planning to marry, were very happy. But now the law came with a quota. There is a limit. Only above 27 years of age could apply to this, and there are some other restrictions and some other regulations that it's not so easy. But it's good to know that the government is supporting the couples who want to get married. Here, Putin, the leader of Russia, who I don't know what really he's trying to do. He every year at the end of the year holds a mass press conference. Last year he answered more than 100 questions, and the conference took about 3-4 hours. This year he has also invited 390 reporters from local and from all around the world, and he's answered the questions mainly to the Turkish situation. He hasn't gone deep. He just plays the dummy doll, keep repeating the same thing. We don't know why they hit our plan. We don't understand. Oh, this is something savage. Blah blah blah. So really this is strange, because the Turkish and the Russian nations are so close to each other, and even in the little place I live, I know so many Russians that have invested here in this country. They have bought property, land. So actually, Putin, you're doing bad to your own citizen, because now they're afraid to come to Turkey. Not that we are going to do anything to them, but like because of the mess you have created. Anyway, this is deep politics. I'm not going there very much. Let's keep with the Hürriyet. You know, Can Dündar, the chief editor of the Cumhuriyet, the Republican newspaper, still being held in prison, and today hopefully they're going to see a judge. We don't know what the results will be, but it's a good news that this guy doesn't deserve to be in the prison just because he has led some news regarding the Turkey financing some terrorist activities, and this is the people need to know what's happening. And you are a blessed reporter, Can Dündar. I hope that you will get out of the hole as soon as possible. Let's look at when we spoke of Can Dündar, let's look at their newspaper and the headlines. Interestingly, United States is calling Turkey to leave Iraqi land and Iraqi borders and come back to Turkey. They want us to pull out of Iraq. Well, there's a strategic war going on there, so we don't know really what will happen. Let's look at the main headlines over here. Yeah, this is deep, but I'll tell you briefly. Last year, was it last year? Or let's see when it was really. It was, maybe it was 2 years ago. Yeah, we have you know, there was a kind of a scandal with the government, fraud, money. They were stealing money. 4 of the ministers were kicked out of the parliament just because of that. So this is all the hiccups about it going on now. Like, they don't know, there's trials, and government wants to save their ass, but it's not as easy as that. Now, here on the Republic newspaper, Cumhuriyet newspaper, There is something from Putin again. Well, because of the relations at the moment, obviously he's taking some place in our headlines because it's important what's happening with this country. He has said this: Atatürk must have turned around in his grave. Well, I don't know why he said this. Let's look at it. He's been speaking harsh about Turkey again. He's been... Oh, the reason why he said that Atatürk has turned around his grave is because that he said that the today's republic in Turkey is making Turkey go Islamic, and this, of course, would make the founder very unpleasant here. Atatürk would roll in grave if he saw Islamists in Turkey now. Well, in effect, to a point, this is true. It's true. I agree to the same sayings, Putin. Yeah, let's continue. This gathering the books is also... here, something about the curfew. Well, these are the main cities, main areas or settlements, small settlements like Silopi, Cizre, Nusaybin, Dargeçit and Sur. These are where the operations and the fights in the streets are really going on, hasn't stopped. And from the west of the country, a lot of police force and the soldiers were transferred into the area so that they can fight with the terrorists there. Look at the street, there are tanks in the street, there's fire around, and this is Turkey, and there's a curfew. The curfew needs to come to an end so that we can say, hey, yeah, we are a democratic country, huh? That needs to happen. Let's look at the main headlines in the Republican paper again. Yeah, this guy is another famous reporter who says we will stick to the oath of the reporting and right to give the news to the people. And so these are the main headlines from the Cumhuriyet paper on the 17th of December 2015, Thursday. You can see after the Fed last night, there was the Fed explained the new rates, interest rates. It's very important that all the world has been kind of affected with this. The bounce back in my country is like you could see that all the currency rates are falling down. Like the dollar 2.9, euro 3.1, pounds 4.3. So it's arrows are downwards. It's something good. So what Fed did has been good for this country. Thank you, Fed. Now, you know, we had another paper called Sözcü, which was like mid-class paper, but still like a little bit revolting. You know, that's why I like it, against the government. In their headlines, you could also see again that they're talking about the Putin. And here is another headline says that ISIS, the revenue that ISIS got from petrol, selling petrol, nothing happens to it. It's still there. Nobody can stop it. And United States demanding Turkey leaving Iraqi land. Again, looking at the headlines. See in the Far East where we have problems with the Kurdish, we got police force, MP military police force, we got normal military, and the commandos are also there. So Turkey is fighting with everything back, but firing bullets is only helping those people who are selling these bullets. So we should find other politic solutions for our problems rather than doing what we're doing at the moment. There are some news from other countries as well. We have a religious person in this country who is kind of liked by some part and disliked by some other, but he's spoken very highly of Putin. He said that Putin is more Muslim than any Muslim, which has made the Turkish social media really going, wow, what's happening? So these are the main headlines for the 17th of December. Sorry. I will keep doing this. I don't know why really, but I need to do this because it helps me and it helps a few friends of mine who told me that they had a look at it, the last one I did. So it's good. So for today I will say bye for now, and hopefully speak to you and read the news for you tomorrow. I hope to do that. I really want to do that. Have a nice day.